Hey everybody, this is Roz Slaughter from Fitness Business Mastery and creator of the Kaizen Mastermind. I'm here with our awesome case study today. Sumair, how you doing, brother?
Good, man.
So Samir, man, I'm excited for this lesson. We're going to be able to share a little bit of some of the things that have gone on in your business over the last 90 days. But more importantly, why don't you tell the viewers who are watching this who you are, the name of your business, and then who do you serve?
My name is Sumair Bhasin. I'm based out in Austin, Texas. My business name is Train Life Fit, and we are a strength and conditioning center here in Austin, focused primarily on getting people to look better, feel better, and have a deep health that pervades in every part of their life. That's really what we do. And really, the demographic for us is men and women that are 32 to 55 years old. That's our main niche. People are just ready to get after it, just to change their life.
Outstanding. So we're going to get into a lot of little nooks and crannies that you've been able to impart in your business and grow over the last 90 days. But before starting working with us, was that your specific niche, or did you dial it in a little bit closer?
Oh, definitely dialed it in. At first, it was like everybody. I want anyone and everyone to come in the gym, but it was just all over the place. But the more I just tightened that bolt over and over and over, the happier I got, because I got to serve people I wanted. And beyond that, they were happy as well. And it was just kind of like an equanimous, like mutually like beneficial thing.
Gotcha. So let's take it back to the very beginning. I mean, I've known you for a while. We were, have done some events together and stuff, watched your business grow over the years. What was it about Kaizen that kind of intrigued you at first?
Yeah, I think I was doing another mastermind before this. And with the other mastermind, there wasn't as much direction or guidance on like actual practical steps to take. It was more kind of an esoteric feel of if you visualize this and if you put the energy out there and which was great and all. It was great to visualize, but not having someone in that mastermind group that was actually in the fitness industry and was doing the damn thing and actually was seeing results with financial freedom and really creating the life you want was kind of a big obstacle for me. So I couldn't understand how to take these visualizations and turn them into an actual like practical, tangible thing. And so when I saw Kaizen, kind of seeing y'all's posts, it was like there were systems in place, and it was like a no BS approach. Like there's no like ninja trick. There's no like, yo, we're gonna get it in 2 weeks. It's like, look, if you put in the hard work and you just hustle and you follow these steps, then there's a possibility that you will get the damn thing. But you have to put the hustle in. That's what I really resonated with. I was like, all right, I can hustle. I'm used to that. Let's go. So
Gotcha.
that was big.
Cool. Now, when you got started, I mean, because we all know, like I said, we don't hype it up here. There's an investment in being a part of the Kaizen Mastermind. Did you have any fear about joining the program?
Absolutely. The financial part of it was like, oh shit, I gotta drop like a couple thousand into this mastermind. But at the same time, the more I thought about it, it's like every time I put in an investment into the business and it seemed risque, it's always returned twofold, sometimes threefold. And knowing that this mastermind had these systems in place and a way to go about it in a very systematic way, in a progressive fashion, just the way I coach, like as we get 2 or 3 habits, we layer on the next 2 habits, we just keep going forward. And I'm like, man, this is the same thing. Like I need this. And so I trusted the process, made the investment, and now I'm glad I'm paying that much. If not, I should probably be paying more.
Well, don't worry, we're not gonna change the price.
To be honest.
Cool, man. So, what were some of the challenges you were facing in your business prior to joining with us?
Yeah, so for the first year and a half, it was just me. Like from ground zero, making things happen, the admin, the training of clients, the nutrition programs. There's a lot going on. I was taking upon so much of it. And yeah, sure, we were making, 6, 7K a month, 8K. Highest we made was probably 10K a month solo. But at the same time, it was a grind. It was like I was trading so much time to get this value. And instead, I'd rather create systems and expand and grow and not have to put so much of my energy out there and not get the investment I really deserve or the return that I really deserve. And so I just kind of felt stagnant. I was like, man, I can't keep growing if it's just me and if I don't have systems. I'm going to keep staying at around $8,000 to $10,000, which is fine, but I'm dying here. Like my energy is low. So I saw Kaizen. I was like, this is a system that I think I can get behind, because I can start to create these systems now that can last me for the next like 10, 15, 20 years. And if I have systems in place, then I'm unstoppable. So that's really, where what drew me in.
Gotcha. Now, just because I want this to be a case study, I want to teach as well. The system that he's talking about is, we always believe in the 4 S's. You got to be able to specialize. You got to be able to sell, systemize all the 5 pillars, which are, you have to have a finance system. You have to have a marketing, sales, operations, customer service. And you also have to be able to bring those leads in and sell them like a boss. What was your biggest frustration? I know selling was one of them. So tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, selling has always been kind of a tricky thing for me. It's felt dirty in a way, because I think of society's association with the dirty salesman or the dirty businessman. And so I kind of took upon that societal conditioning and thought the same thing. I don't even know where it came from. It just kind of like, I took it in, and I've adopted that for a very long time. And so I've always felt kind of strange with putting like prices on services, like on putting such a high value on what I do. Even though to me, there's a part of me that sees that, okay, for me to be in integrity with what I'm providing, I need to value my product. Even though I felt that way, there was still the societal thing that's like, no, I'm too afraid to put that out there. Mm-hmm. So anytime I would even try selling at first, through this process that Roz and Greg were showing me, I wasn't committing fully to the process of selling, or committing fully to the process of valuing myself. And so they couldn't see my value. I wasn't valuing me. But the moment I started bringing them into my frame, and kind of the cool way it's set up is like, I'm the pilot. I'm piloting the customer through the process of being sold. And instead of saying, oh my God, I need you as a client, it's like, let's see if you are a good fit for the program. And that was a big eye-opener for me. And once I understood that and started to see clients like buy into that, I'm like, oh, these are the people I want. And I need to, and then we had another talk, Roz and Greg and they're like, you need to screen a little harder so you don't waste time with people. You get more effective. And so I would screen them on the phone a little harder, and then I would say no to some clients, which I've never really done. And that was a beautiful thing too. It was like, hey, I appreciate you calling. Thanks for the interest. I feel like to be better suited for this kind of program. If you're ever ready in the future, we'd love to have you. Much love. Peace. Moved on to the next customer. And then I was like, this is who I want. And so the more I could start to identify that avatar, the more I got confident with selling. And so, yeah, it was a cool process.
That's something that we really believe in here at Kaizen. It's really about digging deep, clarifying your avatar, understanding your business model as well, which we really dialed in, and we're expanding it. It's a growing process. This is not something that I believe that I hear so many, these coaches, they're talking about, build your business to 7 figures. Well, I believe in that's right. I don't know too many personal training studios that are doing 7 figures stress-free with easiness. You know what I mean? These guys are all selling something that's hype, and I don't believe in it. So selling, we got the selling down for you, right? That was one of the first main fixes. We got that because you already had a great service. You knew what you were doing. We just needed to tweak it a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about marketing a little bit, because that was another thing. How many leads were you getting consistently monthly into your gym before joining Kaizen?
Maybe like, I don't know, 2, 3 a month. Mm-hmm. And I thought at the time, like, that's all I can handle, so I should limit it to that much. And so I created that reality too. I was like, this is what it is, so I'm going to get that. But yeah, that's about how many people I was getting.
Gotcha. And now we're going to talk about some of the things that we do with Facebook and all of the stuff that we do back end. But so now that you understand selling, you understand marketing, one of the first systems we kind of imparted on you was our referral generator. How did that work out for you?
It was so simple yet effective. It's just like, man, why wasn't I doing this? And I think, again, there was another belief system. I shouldn't ask my client to do that. It will feel dirty, like I'm using them to get someone else. But really, they were honored that I asked. I'm like, oh, I would love to get a friend to come here. And it's just like shattering all my perceived limitations. I'm like, oh, okay. So that was huge. And it would bring in like 2 or 3 people a month. And I'm just like, this is like money. This is super simple. Why did I think of this sooner?
For sure. And a lot of people want to make business complicated. One of the things that we feel as a philosophy is that you have to make it simple. Simplifying the crazy chaotic stuff is what we do really well. And another thing we did is basically your value. We spoke about that. What did we do with your prices?
Oh, we upped those big time.
Absolutely, right?
Twice the amount of what I was offering before. And when I met up with Roz and Greg in New York, it was just like I was terrified to up it. You know, I was just like, man, I don't know if anyone's gonna buy that. And then when Roz and both Roz and Greg said this to me, they were like, well, what do you value your product as? Do you find it valuable? And I'm like, yeah, of course I do. And it's like, why are you pricing yourself so low? Why are you under-servicing yourself and undervaluing yourself? And I'm just like, oh shit, I am undervaluing myself. How dare I do that?
Absolutely.
And it was a disservice to people coming in to buy what I had to offer, because then they're valuing it at whatever I'm pricing it at. Like, oh, this is only worth this much. I'm only going to put in this much work. But once these people make bigger investments, they're putting in like twice the amount of work. They're committed. They're going to show up. You know, it's all around a wonderful thing when I can have those things in line: my integrity, my value, and the money, the monetary part attached to it.
Absolutely. It's a perpetual system. When you get the people that are ideal for your business model and you like working with them, we teach three things. One, first, you got to like working with them. Two, they got to be able to play. And can you get them results? Well, we already knew that you could get them results. We saw from your videos and things that you were doing on social that you were getting amazing results. And we felt that you needed to increase your prices so that we can get what your results equaled what you were worth. And we still know that they're going to keep increasing as we scale, because premium price for premium coaching is what we're developing with you and your system. So we got that, and I think that was fantastic just to see that. Now, I want to share, you came to New York, and how did we design your business? What did we write it on? Do you remember that?
We wrote it on a freaking like napkin, or even the table like cloth.
Exactly. See, that's what we do. It was fun just to meet up. We came into New York and we just kind of started drawing and figuring out exactly the landscape of your business, where we wanted to take it, and kind of visualizing it. Like you were saying, it was out there, and we manifested it through work. You had to go back home and you went to work. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing I was looking forward to. I was like, okay, here's the exciting part: visualizing, it's dreaming. And then went back home, and they were like, all right, time to grind. Get off your Austin chill is what I heard. But you know what? There's some truth to it. Like the city vibe here in Austin is a chill vibe. So people kind of take a step back, take your time. But going to New York and seeing like the hustle and then coming back, it's just a different mentality, different frame. And I was like, yeah, I may have to work my ass off from like 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., but then put in the extra hours at night to do all the system work, put in the back end, and then it'll pay dividends in the future. And so that's just kind of what had to happen. I had to just put in the work, get off my Austin chill, and hustle.
Absolutely. And we believe in, having balance, but it's true. You have to be, a lot of people they hear about this lifestyle business and this, the 4-hour work week. And that's what they think running a professional training system and center is. And it's not. You don't have to work forever like that, but you have to be willing to put in that work, what we call working in the business, and then working on the business. And working on the business sometimes is going to have to happen between 10 and 2 a.m. That's when I get shit done that I can't get done during the day. It's editing, it's reading, it's learning, it's creating new content. That's when you get it done, because I'm working with the Kaizen members, I'm working with my training studio, my team. So that's just one of the things that we impart on all of our Kaizen members. And Sumair has done a great job of just getting that solution going. So let's shift into some of the things like when you're working with us, we had to get some technology things over. So your marketing, we got that up and running. Once we got some referrals going and we got your prices straight, the next thing you know is opening the floodgates to leads. And we all know that the beast in the game of lead generation right now is Facebook. Tell us a little bit about your experience working with Facebook before Kaizen, and what is it now?
So before Kaizen, I'd put out some ads, like even when I first started the gym, like kind of putting out the word the gym exists. And I was kind of just like shooting in the dark, going off research online. And it was some sponsored ad that I made. And yeah, I didn't really return. I didn't get really any conversions, so to speak. I didn't even understand the language that was being used on Facebook. And I just put up an ad, and I forgot how much I even spent. But it was kind of like shooting in the dark. I didn't understand it, didn't know what to do. But now it's just like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing. We're trying to really fine tune and target exactly the ideal avatar, the ideal client through this system. And instead of being afraid of it, it's like, well, this is a tool. I should use it as a tool, as a means to find and dial in who I really want. And then you can start to really play and tweak with it. If one ad doesn't work, do something else. Tweak one or two things in your ad. But it's amazing to see, how many conversions I got, through this Facebook ad. And, one night I was talking to my coach, Nick, and I was like, dude, I got like 8 applications tonight. And he was like, what? I'm like, get ready, Nick. You're about to get some clients. And he was just like, wow, like that fast? I'm like, yeah, man. And I was telling him when I used to work at a country club a long time ago, I didn't get my first client until 6 months in. And I was just doing boot camps, right? And I really wanted my first private. And I didn't know, I would just go walk around the gym and talk to people like the classical way of doing things in a corporate gym. I didn't get my first client until 6 months in. I was like, Nick, you got 6 clients in a month.
Boom.
Like, look at that. And he's just like, dang, like surprised. So that's how powerful I think Facebook marketing is. And the exposure is absurd. Like you don't have to go around like putting in this like manual time of posting flyers and this and that. And I think there's something to that, but this is such a powerful tool. Why won't you use it? And that's something I just realized. It's like, wow.
Absolutely. It's old school marketing versus new school marketing. It's what we're teaching. Now, I truly believe in the old school marketing set. You got to have multiple spokes in the wheel in order so that if all your eggs are in one basket, then you can get screwed. If Facebook decides to shut us fitness professionals down, then I know that I have other ways. I know direct response marketing. I know email marketing. I know content marketing. I know, belly to belly guerrilla marketing. And these are things that we're going to be teaching throughout so that we can install them in your business so that you can consistently have leads come in from multiple channels. That is how you build a sustainable business that's profitable and certainty within your business, as opposed to kind of, oh my God, I don't know what the hell is going on, up and down. And that's where a lot of fitness professionals are. I mean, we were at an event with Ryan Lee last week, and there's about probably 15 trainers in there. There's about 8 or 9 trainers in there with studios. 7 out of 8 were talking about closing their doors. And these are people who had nice facilities. And the problem is that they didn't understand the 4 S's. They didn't know how to specialize. They were a jack of all trades, a master of none. They didn't know how to sell like a beast. And like Sumair was talking about, a system that got their leads through easily without pushing, but being able to pull them over the finish line. And then they didn't systemize. If you don't systemize, you'll never be able to soar your business. That's the bottom line. So if you're watching this, understanding the 4 S's is crucial to your long-term success. Anybody can get out the gate and have immediate success. Oh, I just opened my window, put up a flag, and now I'm in business. That's great. But when that changes, what are you going to do to build your business? So we talked about, Facebook, and I can see that you're doing great in that. But what happens when you're in Facebook? Because we all know it could be a learning curve. What were we able to do for you in order to kind of help you out along that path?
It was really simple, really. And the way that it was laid out, it was like almost like a tutorial. And it's just like step by step, all listed out for you. And none of the bolts and nuts were missing. Like sometimes you like buy furniture and bolts and nuts are missing from the furniture. You can't build it. But nothing was missing. It was so simplistic. And if there was any questions, it was just really easy to talk to them. And I really like the app Boxer that we connect with, because it's like a walkie-talkie app. We can just say a few words. It goes through. They can play that audio recording, and they can send it back. And that's what's so great about it. You have to sit on the phone and talk. It's just like, boom, walkie-talkie. And so if I had a question, rapid fire, they would get back to me like within the day, within the hour. So I think that the fact that it was so step by step, so tutorial based, just made it, less of, oh my God, I got to guess what this is. I don't know. It was just very guided.
Cool. And that's kind of what we do. Our coaching system is the same way we do it within our fitness business. We create a plan. We give you the tools necessary to be successful, and then we support you throughout the process rather than give you a login and say, here's some content, go learn it, do it on your own. Our coaching system is done with you, not just done for you. And we create frameworks and we create a lot of things that we can share with you, the resources or what we call the tools. But more importantly, what Sumair is talking about is the Voxer app. Anytime you're working with us, you can get access to us immediately for a response so that we can help you in the situation rather than wait to a time call on next week or what have you. It's important that, and I found that that was the reason that when I joined other masterminds, that was where I was getting upset. I'm stuck now, and you're telling me I got to wait to jump on a group call 2 weeks from now? How is that going to help me build my business? I'm stuck now.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of these coaching programs are designed to do. So we've gone through the fact that you had some frustrations with your marketing, with sales, with your business model. We were able to overcome that and help you with that within the first 30 days. The fixes where we gave you a marketing system, we gave you some tools, and we're there to support you, right? So let's get into the nitty gritty of some of the results that you've accomplished in the last 90 days, because I know that's what a lot of people want to hear. And one of the things, let's keep it no BS, no bullshit. I'm not talking hyping it up. I want your real numbers, as we always are, because I believe in being authentic and real. So in the last 90 days, where has your business revenue-wise gone?
Man, it went from 9K to 17K.
That's a big jump, right?
To 17K. That was huge.
Cool.
And that I've never even fathomed those kind of numbers or even seen that ever show up in my bank account. I was just like, what is that? I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to keep going, you know? And it's inspiring because it's just like, you know, there's often these self-limiting beliefs that I often put in myself, and I can imagine people that are watching this have the same kind of limiting beliefs, like, oh, I can't make that money. Like, I don't deserve this. And it's like when you do receive it, it's just like, okay, like what else am I capable of? If I really like get rid of these limiting beliefs and find a system that works. And beyond that, ask the right questions and not just give up when you try one thing and it doesn't work. It's just, it's like the possibilities are endless, you know?
Definitely. So let's talk about, I know that you're in, and this is all, you went from 9K, 17K in revenue. That's great. I'm not saying that everybody's going to accomplish that. You have to come in with some skill set. You got to be willing to hustle, as Sumair was. You got to be willing to invest in yourself. All of these things are necessary. We were asking him to really stretch, to burn the candle at both ends. That's something you have to be willing to do. A lot of coaches tell you that we have a 1-2 step, follow this, do that. We don't believe in that. You're going to hit the wall occasionally. You're going to have to raise your hand, ask the right questions. We'll be there to support you and give you the right answers. And that's great. But there was a point where you thought your leads weren't working. And can you tell a little bit about what happened there? You're like, oh my God, my leads aren't working. I'm not getting enough. What did I say? And Greg, how do we help you with that?
It's funny. It's like, it's the moment I saw that I wasn't seeing as many conversions as I wanted. I was just like, oh, it's not working. Maybe I'm just not good enough. Like all these like silly thoughts come into my head. And then Greg and Ross were just like, dude, just change the picture or try this one little tweak or change this little tweak. Sometimes ads just take a little longer. We want to dial this in. We want to get your CPC or down to a certain rate. And it just the sense of like calm and ease from that, and confidence in the fact that they've done this before, and that I need to slow my roll for a second was huge, because I literally waited like a day, and then boom, 6 applications came to the door. I mean, through the phone. And I'm just like, whoa. And the next day it was like 8. Next day it was like 10. Next day it was like 6 again. And I just like kept going. And then last night it was like 5. And I'm just like, oh shit, now I gotta like manage all of this. Like, how can I contact all of them? How do I make sure I get them to the door or talk to them on the phone? And now it's even a process of making sure my coach can even handle that. And that's a different discussion we're about to get into too. But anyway, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, I mean, you've gotten definitely the lead. I'd rather have more leads than no leads.
Oh, absolutely.
One of my presentations, I say your leads are dry as fuck. And I tell you that you don't want that to be a problem. That is a real problem. Lead abundance is great. I have it. I mean, we average, 120 to 150 leads for our studios, and we're going to get you there as well. That, and getting those leads on the phone is a system. We've taught you the invisible interview, which is crucial to text, call, text, call. You got to follow up. The money is in the numbers. I don't care what people say. The first time you contacted your prospects, did you get everybody in on one call?
No.
Exactly. And that's not going to happen. So if you're watching this and you want something that's going to be easy, that's not the process, and it's not what we teach. You got to understand that if you keep pushing, schedule time in your day for prospecting. It is crucial to your business. Every single day I have at least 35 to 40 dedicated minutes to getting on the phone, texting my clients, and we teach you. We give you scripts on what to say in the text. We give you scripts on what to say when you get them on the phone. It's a relaxed conversation. So we got your leads going. We got your sales revenue going. The next step was you got a wait list. How do you service all these clients? What did we do then?
It was the next step, which was really interesting was being able to fill up my coach in a fashion where, number one, like I can show them, okay, here are my rates right now. Here are my private training rates, and here are my coach's private training rates. I'm pretty booked up. I'm stacked back to back. But here's an amazing coach. He's fully qualified. He's amazing. And if for any reason you still want to work with me, I'm more than happy to work with you. What's been great about that is it's so much less pressure on me to keep training all these people. This overwhelming feeling of like I can't manage this wait list when like I'm so booked myself. And then being able to hand it off to Nick and being able to coach him through that process has been way more gratifying because it's like helping a leader lead someone else. And that's ultimately what I want to do, even like when I die, is just create leaders to help others. So that's been huge. And now to continue mitigating this process of waitlisting is getting my coach to slowly commit to full time, and then talk to another coach and get another coach in the door, and then have them take on more clients. And that's just the only way to grow. And I think that's something that I also had to learn to let go, because I was like, this is my baby. I want to do it. I want to do all of it. And I think the one thing that Roz and Greg did really well with me is like, look, have faith in your coaches, have trust in your coaches. You've trained them through your academy. Like, have faith in your process. And I was just like, okay, I gotta give them that trust. And the moment I had trust in them, they started to soar, and clients started to say wonderful things about them, about Nick. So that's been a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Awesome. And I mean, that's what, if you understand that this process is, how do we fill you up with your clients so then we can build leverage in your business? Because without leverage, there is no scalability. Right?
Yeah.
So what we're doing with Sumair right now is we got him one coach. We're going to get him full time. But before we even get him full time, it's not our philosophy to wait. We're already imparting some of the systems and getting ready for another part-time coach and an admin so that we can build a sustainable business. And now we also have the future. So, I mean, we've talked about, I love it. We talked about the frustrations, what the fixes were in your business, some amazing results. Now you got plenty of clients. You got a lead generation system that's flowing. You learned that the beast, which is Facebook. You have absolutely control over it, and you also have help when you need to scale it. I mean, we do thousands of dollars a month in ad spend, so that's something that we can, and we're going to teach you. At first, you were a little scared at how much should I be budgeting, and one of the things that we tell you is that I don't care how much you spend, because if you can make it back on the back end, that's marketing. Any business needs to be willing to spend break even on their front end, their marketing, in order to get people in the door. And we know that Sumair had a lifetime value of his clients, which we dialed in so that we knew that they're going to stay 6 months at least. How much per month? There it is. We know that he can break in because those other months he's going to make profit. So transitioning, great 90 days, income, clients, you scaling. What's next for you? What do you foresee for yourself down the road?
For me, the big passion project I was coming into the Kaizen Mastermind with was an academy where I coach other coaches, help them empower others to feel some of the same things that they've experienced themselves, or even some of the same things I've experienced with my clients, which is people getting pain-free, getting more mobility, getting stronger, faster, feeling the right muscle groups, and feeling the sense of deep health that pervades into every part of their life. And that's what I want to give to people. And to be able to do it through the academy has been a great process so far. This is my second academy. But I think what I was doing in my academy, or I know, is that I made it so pigeonholed to just Austin that I was limiting my reach and limiting how many people I can actually take in. So the big passion project I'm looking forward to working on with Ross and Greg is being able to reach out to people all around the nation, like getting out these intensive workshops, seminars, and helping people that want to learn this stuff. Because people are reaching out to me from Connecticut, from California, from New York, and they're following me on Instagram, and it's so humbling, and it's just like, how dare I not like serve them? You know, like now my mindset, instead of being like, oh my God, I don't deserve to serve them, is like, they're asking for it. Why would I always like withhold this information from these people? So I think I'm really, really stoked about that next process, and that's been a big passion of mine. I'm realizing that's really what I want to go next is teach coaches.
Awesome. And here's and now why I wanted you to share that is that we have shiny object syndrome a lot of the times as entrepreneurs. You know, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. And it's crucial that we understand that you have to build a foundation before you ever can start to do anything great. So the academy is definitely something that I know you're going to crush, and we're going to build into a super part of your business. And that's why, I mean, a lot of clients say, I want to go online. Before they even have clients, they're not fully booked offline. How are they going to go online? That's a whole nother beast in itself. So with that, I mean, I love that. Can you give, like, I want to make sure that we got, some teaching points. What are 2 or 3 principles that you would like to share with this audience? They could be probably boot camp owners, studio owners, and they might even be new to personal training. What are a couple things that you've learned since working with us that you'd like to share with them?
I would say some of the biggest things I've learned so far is number one, to get these perceived limitations that we put on ourselves out of your head and actually have the humility to reach out if you don't know something. And I think that's been like the biggest lesson is reach out. I don't know everything. And it's very easy to think that if you're in this position of entrepreneurship, you're the owner, you're like teaching people, you're giving people all this wonderful advice. Like you're supposed to know a lot of information, but it doesn't mean you know everything. And I think, it's, to some degree, there's that level even in me. I was like, I already know that. I can just do that. But that was just like ego. It's purely ego. It wasn't allowing me to grow. So the biggest thing is reach out. That's the first thing I did. I reached out to Greg and Ross. The second thing is to have patience. Patience was huge. Like, it's a new process. It's not going to happen overnight. And it's going to be hustle, just like when you work on your body, like when you work out, when you train. Like, there's a process you may not see for the next, 7-8 months. And one day you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, shit, damn, I look good. Right? It's the same. It's the same thing. And then I think the third thing for me was beyond patience, beyond reaching out, was there are systems out there. Systems are huge. And we hear it in podcasts all the time. I know most of you guys watching here listen to podcasts. Listen probably to Tim Ferriss, Tony Robbins, all these different people that talk about their systems, like what they do every morning, how they have these routines in place, how they reach out to people, like how they build their blog, so on and so forth. And I think sometimes we get kind of bought into the idea that we kind of can just romanticize how this stuff is going to work. Oh yeah, I heard all about it and it sounds so cool. So we think we already did it just from hearing the podcast. But we haven't done jack shit yet because we haven't really hustled to do the damn thing. That's been a huge thing for me because I listen to podcasts thinking I'm doing so much. Like, oh yeah, I got this little tidbit of information. But what was that doing for me other than just almost it's just like masturbating. You think you're having a good time, but then when you get done, you're like, fuck, I'm done. So those 3 have been the biggest things. It's find things that actually work and hustle.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate your time today. That's a great analogy and visualization for those who can get down with that. And so, you know what? I think that you've done great. I'm looking forward to even greater success. If you're watching this case study, this has been a straight up fitnessbusinessmastery.com case study with Coach Roz here, Sumair here from Austin, Texas. We look for big things for you. We got our next goal and our next coaching call coming up very soon. And I'm excited to talk to you a little bit about that as well, man. Thank you for your time so much.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome, buddy.